episode of the We Talk Talent series, season 4, where we invite the most prominent HR leadership voices to share their insights and experiences on and around the current HR ecosystem. Joining us today is Rishu Garg. A quick introduction about Rishu before we start. She heads the HR function for an agri-tech company called DeHaat. With over 17 plus years of experience as a people manager and a professional coach, Rishu is deeply passionate about elevating daily experiences of employees and customers. She is a forward-thinking HR leader who is eager to build equitable workspaces where people can play to their strengths and do what they love. With this, a very warm welcome, Rishu.
Thank you, Manan. Thank you for
I'm sure everybody is looking forward to an interesting discussion. Now, to set the context of this conversation, my first question to you will be, how is your industry tackling the changes that the workplace has gone through over the past couple of years? If you could just share a brief overview with us.
I think if I were to give you a background about DeHaat, we are trying to build a full stack platform in the agriculture sector where farmers have access to inputs, market, and technology. As of now, this this sector is quite siloed. If the farmer has lots of options of seeds to buy, lots of options for fertilizers, lots of different players into credit, tools, and machinery. Again, they have, a lot of now new age technology solutions, advisory on weather, advisory on, what kind of, how to give nutrition to the crops. And again, they have like a score of places where they can actually finally go and sell their produce. In all of this, if you see the agriculture sector today, and none of these players can actually guarantee to the farmer that if these are the inputs you use, and if this is the technology you use, or this is the credit line of credit that you take, there is this is a guaranteed income for you. There are so many variables, agriculture and farming is so complex that, the farmer and the entire ecosystem is riddled with, okay, what should I do to ensure that I have, my efforts are, help me earn a certain value. And I think that's the problem DeHaat is trying to solve. We are trying to build a one place of interaction for the farmers where we can offer advice, where we can offer inputs, where we can offer, let's say, remote sensing through geotagging of farms. We offer a lot of advisory like soil testing, what crop to grow, how to grow the crop to ensure that they get a better market. In the last 2 years, the way the world has changed, I think the entire process of making, providing the right information, input, and market to the farmers has actually accelerated. More and more people feel that there should be exact clarity on how much income will we earn by putting so much effort. The world needs more clarity on what food is being produced, what food should be produced. And all of this, I think, can be solved through a one-stop solution like ours, the one that we're building, and through a lot of digitization and technology intervention. So I think the last 2 years have been hyper growth years for us, an immense opportunity. People realize that, this is one of the biggest contributors of GDP, one of the biggest contributors of income across the world. And this is where we need, more digitization and more clarity in how the overall sector is performing. So in that sense, I feel, the last 2 years have just accelerated the pace of what we wanted to do.
Okay, that was very insightful, Rishu. I like the way you aligned the world of work, the disruptions happening in the world of work with your own industry. So let's keep the flow of the conversation going. I wouldn't want to disrupt it since it is such an interesting conversation. So my next question to you will be, according to you and your industry demands, what are the type of skill shortages that are causing the talent war?
I think, as I told you, traditionally, because agriculture industry has been so siloed, when when I'm building something, of course, I need a lot of experts to come in and build, this entire platform, this entire solution for us, right? So right now, there is no single person who is skilled equally in seeds or fertilizers or credit or insurance or tools and machinery. Traditionally, different companies have done really deep work in each of these areas. So one thing, and I think one skill gap that we find is, finding somebody who is who understands the entire ecosystem in depth. And how we're trying to build that skill is, we have our own academy. We hire a lot of people from agriculture backgrounds and ensure that they go through a structured orientation and learning process, so that they have full knowledge of other areas of business which they would have otherwise not acquired during their journey or during their career. So I think because we are really unique in what we're building, those having somebody who has a comprehensive set of skills is something that we miss.
Okay, so since we have kickstarted this conversation about skills, let us just build onto it. So I recently came across a research paper that quotes Skillsoft as the new power skills of the millennium, of course. So how do you see the importance of soft skills evolving in the future?
So, I've always believed, I don't know why they're called soft skills, but soft skills are actually life skills, right? You cannot build anything on scale until you can, explain your purpose and vision to every person or partner or associate one is working with. Second, it is not possible to ensure that everyone pulls the entire organization in the same direction, till there is a lot of clarity on not only the purpose but also on execution and the steps that one needs to achieve, the milestone that one needs to achieve. So I think working in teams, managing conflicts, trying to understand how to make the best of your time, leading people, all of these skills become really, really important, especially when you have such a large distributed workforce like ours, right? You will know we have people spread across the country. Some of them may not have their managers always in the same locations as them. They may not have HR teams or tech teams in the same locations as them. So at that time, with this complexity, the importance of communication, both giving the message and understanding and listening to the field becomes very important. There will a lot of things that we do are new, have not been done before, right? So creativity and innovation is something that is like a very deep rooted part of our culture. That gives an opportunity for people to experiment, fail, and all of this is happening quite quickly. So if people are not collected, if they're not collaborating, it kind of becomes very difficult to learn from each other and to build on those learnings. So I feel, soft skills might not be the right word for this. Life skills is what I call them, and extremely important, I think, It just helps you learn more quickly, be more agile, and support each other in achieving what we are trying to achieve.
Okay, so, and I also believe that soft skills somewhere reflect on your employer branding strategy as well. Because, if a manager is not able to converse properly with their people, how does that reflect on your employer brand? So, building on that, can you shed some light on your employer branding strategy and how it has evolved over the past few years?
So I think I'll tell you about who are the employees who are doing really well at DeHaat. What is the archetype of these employees? People who there are a lot of people who join us who want to create an impact at scale. If you think about different types of industries, I think agriculture is something that everyone will associate with scale. We again get a lot of people who want to solve really complex problems which haven't been done before, right? So people understand the complexity of different the different stakeholders that actually come into play to in the agriculture industry, and that complexity is what we are trying to solve for the farmers, right? So I think as an employer brand, we've seen that everyone who wants to create an impact on scale, who have who love complexity, do really well with the organization. We've had people like me who've not been from the industry. I've been from different industry. Every time I meet the farmers, I have these Swades moments. And then you realize that, this is, this is kind of another world. And, so it gives you, it is actually every meeting with the farmer is a high point experience, because, it gives you a lot of food for thought on how do I want to therefore see next 5 years, and how do I want to therefore see next 15 years. And what gives us a lot of courage, and therefore again, as an employer, we are known for acting with deep respect for farmers. We are known for our innovation and creativity, as I told you. And what gives us a lot of joy is that when we see green shoots, when you've done an experiment in a district and you see lives of farmers changing and you see the journey, I think it gives you a lot of confidence that yes, you can do this in every state, and then possibly also create an impact globally. So in that sense, I think we have as an employer, we are known to create an impact, make a difference to the lives of farmers. And I think if I were to talk about our employer brand in one word, it would be farmer first. So that's the mantra that everyone in the company lives with.
That was very interesting indeed. So let's steer the conversation into a different direction. Let's steer it towards employee engagement, actually. So what are your employee engagement strategies, especially when we talk about this hybrid remote setup?
Yes, so we have, as I told you, very distributed workforce, and we don't have the luxury to meet all our employees every day. So I think one thing that we take very seriously is being connected with our employees all the time, and ensuring that we are listening to them. Listening and understanding what's happening. Are they doing their best work? Are they coming to the work motivated and excited? If they're facing some challenges, how can we ensure that we get to know about them quickly and solve them? So we have a few tools, that help us do that. Our HRMS system, our academy, and our chatbot, help us in connecting with employees almost on a daily basis, apart from the physical connects that we keep doing. So this ensures that the feedback loop is really short, from employees sharing the feedback to action. That loop is really small, and people don't have to go through multiple layers to reach the right person. So we are using a lot of technology to manage our employee engagement better, and in all the critical moment of truth points. So whether it is onboarding, whether it is performance reviews, whether it is role changes, in all the critical points in employee life cycle, we ensure very high touch. We ensure that those conversations are face to face. Those conversations are, where employees get a chance to express and share deeply what is it that they're looking for. So it's a balance of technology and high touch. And I think because we're doing some things right, because we have won the Great Place to Work certification now 2 years in a row. So we are, I feel, on the right path there.
Okay, so congratulations for that, Rishu. And that was very neatly described. I'm sure our audiences will resonate with your thoughts. Thank you for sharing such wonderful and enlightening insights, Rishu. It was an absolute delight to listen to your thoughts and experiences. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Manan. Thank you for the opportunity.
So addressing our viewers, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back soon with another engaging episode of We Talk Talent series. Till then, keep watching and keep talking.